Hi there, it's Jen, and this is another episode of Jen's Orangetastic Flipz Fanart Reviews!
Orange? That's the color of my favorite snack.
What is your favorite snack? I'm going to say what movies we're going to talk about, and then we're going to start drawing some fan art while we talk about how much we like the movies. So we saw two movies. Do you remember what movies those were?
Liquid Lad and Robot Car.
Incorrect! The correct answer is Aquaman and Bumblebee. I will be drawing a picture of Bumblebee.
Who is a Transformer? Bumblebee is actually, for me, my favorite out of the two.
So are we both drawing from Bumblebee? I thought you were drawing a narwhal.
No, I'm going to draw Bumblebee and then draw Narwhal.
I guess we're going to start with Bumblebee. Okay.
Let's get started!
Let's get started! Bumblebee, of course, is the best Transformer.
Because he's a teenager.
He's a teenager?
Yeah, I remember his voice. I'm drawing Bumblebee, by the way, not some bug.
Well, what did you think of Bumblebee? Movie.
Awesome.
I also thought it was awesome. I think that this was what I was waiting for when I first heard there was going to be a Transformers movie. I used to watch Transformers when I was a little girl, and this is the type of movie I wanted. And
Do you like my Bumblebee?
okay. I didn't like the original Transformers movie. I mean, I liked it because it was the first one. I liked it more because it was cool to see all the original Transformers on screen. But I was very disappointed in Bumblebee because they made him into a Camaro, and obviously he has to be a bug, right? Like, he's got to be a Volkswagen Beetle. That's who he is. It was kind of sad for me that they just used him as a product placement for Camaro sort of deal, instead of being true to the character. Is that supposed to be,
Yeah, she has a jetpack because it's the future. And obviously, like, this isn't, like, this had to be the future.
But it's not the future.
Yeah,
it's actually set in the 80s.
No, but it's the future. See, because like, how would she be able to know how to make a car? if it was...
Well, because they had cars in the 80s. I know you think it's like pioneer times back in the 80s when I was your age.
No, I thought it was not.
The movie's actually set in 1987, which is the same year that I was 8 years old. So I was a little bit younger than you in 1987. What's her name? Haley Steinfeld did a great job of playing Charlie in the movie. She is... if she doesn't become a superstar, I think she is becoming a superstar, but it's well deserved because she's fabulous. Fun fact: she also did the voice of Gwen Stacy in the movie we just watched, Into the Spider-Verse. Coolest version of Gwen Stacy ever. I think one thing that they forgot about when they did the original Transformers movies is that it wasn't about... Like, the good part about the show is not robots fighting each other, it's the relationships between the humans and the robots. And they have this... And how cool it would be. As a kid, you know, you kind of... I fantasized about having a giant robot friend. I've always been kind of into robots. Michael Bay had nothing to do with the movie, which was great. It was, the director was Travis Knight, who did a lot of wonderful animated movies, including, I can always, Kubo and the Tale of the Two Strings, which is also an excellent movie.
I'm pretty sure I'm better at drawing the beetle, the car, than I am drawing Bumblebee.
And the writer who wrote this movie, Christina Hodson. And I don't know that I've seen anything that she's written before, but I'm gonna follow her in the future because it's a very good movie. It's kind of like both Bumblebee and Aquaman have kind of silly premises from silly source material, but this one is done well. The Aquaman just isn't. And of course, Bumblebee has John Cena in it. John Cena. Any movie can be improved by adding John Cena, I think.
In her opinion.
What, you don't like John Cena?
Yeah, but some people don't.
Some people don't like John Cena. He's delightful.
Look, there's Bumblebee's head under the car.
So, how many oranges are you going to give Bumblebee? Out of 10.
I think I'm going to give it 10.
You're going to give it 10 oranges. 10 oranges. I think that's a pretty good score for Bumblebee. I am going to give it 9 oranges.
Of Optimus Prime? Optimus?
Mm-hmm.
It looked like the original.
Yeah, that's all of the robots look more like their original cartoon versions than they look like the Michael Bay versions. It is definitely 100% the best Transformers movie there has been.
I like the part where like the bad guys, the red, blue, orange, those robots.
Mm-hmm.
We're just like, we are the peacemakers. This is humiliating.
Oh yeah, and the guy. Yeah. I like the whole relationship between Bumblebee and I know that's not a single part, but I like that the relationship between the girl and the thing. I find myself comparing it to the other Transformers movies, and I felt that in those movies, I really had a sense while watching it that it was not written for me. That this was a movie for, I don't know, a teenage boy or something. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, right, Jadzia?
You know.
You know. It was written for, everyone, not just the heterosexual male half of the audience. Which was nice.
It was for Transformers fans too.
Robots who are aliens who can transform into cars is a silly premise. It is a silly. It is very silly. And yet they're able to make this beautiful, heartfelt movie. Okay, so here's the thing. Jadzia's really into narwhals, right? And when we were going to go see Aquaman, we were like, oh, is there a narwhal in the movie? We don't know. So we looked it up and it was like, oh yeah, there's a part where someone gets impaled by a narwhal, right? And I don't know if I was like looking away at that moment or what, but I totally missed the guy being impaled by a narwhal, which is the whole reason I wanted to not the whole reason I wanted to see the movie, but it was like, hey, that was a reason that's the reason Jadzia wanted to see a movie. But you saw the narwhal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so we have to talk about Aquaman. We've been talking about Bumblebee, which is a lovely movie. You should go see it. If you're into sort of a heartfelt story that happens to have robots in it, which is exactly the type of story I like. Heartfelt stories that happen to have robots in them. Aquaman. So, here's an example of a silly premise that stayed silly. Oh my god, it was so dumb. It was so dumb. It had some really good, it had some A-list actors playing important but important roles with very little screen time. So we had Willem Dafoe and we had Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman played Aquaman's mommy, and Willem Dafoe played, I don't know, this guy that trades Aquaman.
You didn't see the movie, so I can just like draw and then I'll pay whatever I want.
Well, they may have seen the movie, you don't know.
Dear.
Okay, I'm going to say a couple good things about Aquaman. One good thing about Aquaman is that it is visually stunning. You go under the undersea world, all this. It's a lot of CG, but what I found with Aquaman is that every time they had like a nice, tender, intimate moment, something would explode, and like it's like the movie was like, oh, this is boring. Intimacy. We don't want character development. We don't want any depth. We don't want. What we want is explosions, and you never quite get. I never got to care about the characters at any point. Did you? What do you think? Tell me what you thought of Aquaman.
I actually cared about one character at one point of the moment.
Okay, what character was that?
The character was the whale that they went into the mouth. And like Easter egg for Finding Dory, because like you know how like Finding Nemo, which one?
Well, it's in Finding Nemo where they went inside the whale. Yeah, they went inside a whale at one point. There was a lot of like, it was like if you took Little Mermaid, like just the setting of Little Mermaid, none of the fun catchy songs, and you wanted to make Little Mermaid more like Game of Thrones, but only the boring talky bits, not any of the cool things happening. And then in the end it becomes a Godzilla movie. It's like it's a very disjointed film.
It's like Little Mermaid plus Game of Thrones equals.
We had some alternate titles for Aquaman, right? We had Aqualad. What were some other?
Aqualad, Liquid Lad,
Aqualung, Father of Dragons, Under the Sea Game of Thrones, Mr. Targaryen. That's a reference
lady?
You don't get.
Red hair lady.
Red hair lady. The Little Mermaid strikes back.
Little Mermaid.
So how many? Ariel. Yes, that's what it really.
There was
should be
a red hair lady who was like had this like exact same tone as Ariel's hair.
She looked like the Little Mermaid, and
But
it
she
didn't
doesn't
help that
have
she lived
fins.
because she had legs. So this is the Little Mermaid after she's gone back home, I guess.
Yeah.
There were sort of mermaids in it.
Yeah, there were like fish people.
Yeah.
But there was also anglerfish people.
So I'm gonna give the movie 5 oranges out of 10, which is not a very good score because the movie is extremely dumb. But it had like a lot of good things in it, like. And it was entertaining to watch in its stupidities. If you like a kind of a stupid superhero movie to make fun of and laugh at while you watch it, with not much character development at all, and sort of Power Rangers style battles, this is the movie you would want to see. Especially if you want to see a lot of underwater CG.
There. 6.
You gave it 6 oranges. So why did you give it 6 oranges?
Narwhals.
Because I missed the narwhal, I gave it 5 oranges. Because she did not blink and miss the narwhal scene, she gives it 6 oranges. Bumblebee, once again, Bumblebee, 9 oranges.
Bumblebee, 10 oranges.
And
Liquid Lad, 6 oranges.
Undersea Game of Thrones, 5 oranges. 5 oranges.
Bye.
No, don't say bye to that camera. Say bye to this gift.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Jadzia. Thank them for watching. Not them.
But
They can't see your face. They can only see. It's. Just,
oh, so I have to do. Hi. Bye.
okay, fine. We'll do it this way. Why not? Thank you very much for watching and like, comment,
and subscribe.
Yep.
And hit the notification bell. So this camera.
Okay. So these are our drawings. I drew a picture of Bumblebee and
I drew a picture of narwhals and Bumblebee.
why are you still talking there?
That's my medical.
Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. Tune in next week. There'll be another video. And
My radical drawing.
the narwhals impaling people. I didn't see her. I definitely don't think there were reindeer in that movie. I'm just.
Or dogs/humans with hats.
Well, that one I would believe more because there were some weird things under the sea.